Thanks. Miku, a 40-degree drop in the east. Just enough to remind us that the floor is never as solid as we think. We spent the day looking at the absurdity in the ruins, the math of the displacement, and the name of the man in the cage. But tonight, I'm looking at the door, because the story of a truck in a driveway and a tyrant in a cell both lead back to the same question. What happens the morning after the victory is won? In West Bloomfield, the drywall is a jagged, dusty teeth, where a truck tore through the preschool and the sanctuary beneath. 2 months since the engine roared through the morning song. Every child survived, but the geography is wrong. They're praying in a rented room, a diaspora of 3 miles, while the insurance adjuster walks the debris in the aisles. It's a temple without a ceiling, a community in the rain, trying to build a floor on top of a specific kind of pain. Across the Caribbean, the strong man finally hits the floor. But there's no sudden surge of traffic at the Caracas door. 6 million people in the wind, a nation scattered like the sea, wondering if a capture is the same thing as a feed. You can't eat a headline and you can't sleep in a post, while the ghost of the kitchen table waits on the southern coast. The victory is a postcard, but the return is a chore, finding the key that still fits the lock on the door. Oh, it's the architecture of the wait, the blueprint of the gone, turning off the porch light and waiting for the dawn. We celebrate the ending before we've started the repair, building a house out of nothing but the thin and cooling air. It's the distance between the captured and the coming home, the heavy, silent volume of the unwritten tone. My wife and I sit in art class, trying to sketch what we see, a bowl of fruit, a shadow, the stubborn ghost of symmetry. It takes an hour to draw a curve that took a second to erase. That's the math of the trauma, that's the physics of the place. A building isn't finished just because the fire is out, and a country isn't mended by a single distant shot. A flag in the rubble isn't the same as a light in the hall, and a cell in a prison doesn't suddenly scale the border wall. There is no divine architect coming to sketch the repair. You don't get the years back because the monster was caught. The ledger doesn't balance because the bad man went away. It balances because the people who were left behind stayed. Home isn't a place you find, it's a place you have to maintain. The glory is easy, the plumbing is where the truth resides. Republic is a sign, a temporary structure against a darkening sky. We mistake the collapse for the cure every single time. in the mountain while we're busy counting the climb. The bricks are just stones until we decide to stay, and the door is still heavy at the end of the day. The sanctuary is empty, the arrival's gate is thin. The victory is a headline, but the house is cracked within. The porch light is flickering, the measurements are thin. We're still waiting for the day to begin.